Hello everyone and welcome back to the second part of this series where we are on an unemployed journeyman campaign. In the last episode we did take charge of Concord Rangers, and since then we've been on a pretty incredible run of form. When we left off last time we had just lost 3-0 to Hampton and Richmond, but then followed it up with a 2-1 win away from home against the team that was second in the league, Torquay United. And it was done. We went down 1-0 in the 71st minute, but then an 86th and 89th minute turnaround completed the job for us for a 2-1 win. Now since then we had a 0-0 draw in the FA Trophy third qualifying round against Hungerford. I'm not going to show you the highlights to that because it was boring as hell. We had all of the play, kept a clean sheet but could not get the goal. But then when we played them in the replay, because I accidentally forgot to force extra time, although I'm kind of glad we did in the end because I felt like it would have gone to penalties otherwise, we did manage to take the lead very early on in what was quite a scrappy and much more even game, and it happened very, very early. Minshall with the ball, found Knott, and this is an incredible finish. Carey span inside, and what a hit inside the near post. That was absolutely sensational stuff. A lot of yellow cards, a pretty difficult match, but we managed to come through it. Hungerford were in the Vanarama National League South as well. We then took on Bath away from home. This, again, an incredible performance from the team away from home against a team who were in the playoff positions and were doing well. Green went on the attack down the right, found Minshall early again, not here, played it to Carey, and he just managed to squeeze it under the keeper, who should have done better after just 3.5 minutes. But then in the 89th minute, we'd gone defensive. I'd accidentally, or not accidentally, but deliberately brought on a central defender quite late on just to keep the legs fresh. But it was that central defender who allowed the player in. It was Molyneux I brought on. He allowed the player in to get the goal. It was Mann with the finish to peg us back to just 1 point in that game. But it meant we were on a 4-match unbeaten run, and then we had to take on Hemel Hempstead, who were 8th in the league at the time, and once again it was another early goal. We were gifted a penalty, a challenge off the ball. Green stepped up down the middle, and that was that. We managed to get the win at 1-0 over Hemel Hempstead. A very good performance for the team. And then in the FA Trophy first round we took on East Grinstead, who I don't even know what league they're in. They're in the Ishman Division 1 South East League, but we did manage to crush them 4-0. A really powerful performance from the team, especially in the first half. We absolutely dominated. We were clinical. Green with a free kick, Minshall first touch and volley into the bottom corner, past the keeper for 1-0. Not with another free kick, found Wall, good header into the near post, low and hard past the keeper. Then a Watway, who had to come on for an injury in the first half, found Wall. Carey with a speculative tame shot from about 35 yards, which the keeper spilled into his net. And then the 91st minute, Knott with a beauty of a free kick into the top corner for 4-0, and we are currently on a 6-game unbeaten run since that first match when we came in and lost. And bearing in mind the form of the team this season, this is a really, really incredible performance from the squad. We're now up to 17th in the league. We're still only 3 points clear of relegation, but we're not that far off the top half of the table. If we can get a couple of wins on the bounce, we could certainly be up there. And we've got the chance now with 2 relegation games. First at home to Chippenham, who are 21st, and then away to East Thurrock, who are in 18th. These are 2 massive games for us as we look to get the win. So today against Chippenham, we're starting with Wall up front after he managed to score in the last game. He's a player who is actually being paid a wage, and so I'm starting to use him a little bit more to see if he can do anything for us. He's not scored in the league this season, so hopefully he can get something today. Green and Carey. Carey has been by far our best player. 5 goals now. He's in excellent form. We've then got Knott, Minshall and Parkinson in central midfield. These are my favourite 3 midfielders at this point. And Sterling, who's an incredible left back. alongside Clark, Essam and Barnes, with Poke in goal, who has just consistently impressed me as the keeper. Now we have also made one signing. I brought in Nathan Linton, free transfer. He's not on a wage. He's got decent potential. He can play on the left wing where we're a little bit short of players, so he's just added to the squad. He's not made a big impact so far, 6.7 rating from 4 substitute appearances. But we managed to bring him in after he was released from Crystal Palace. So I'm hoping that we can develop him into a good player. But now we need to go in and get the win against Chippenham. We are at home with 6 games unbeaten, which apparently was a new club record. I find that difficult to believe. But I'm going to say that... Oh, this is a difficult one. I'm just going to say a team like ours should be winning this, because I think if I play that relegation card at this stage in the season, the players are going to start to get a bit annoyed by it, especially as actually we're doing really well and starting to pull away and morale is high, and we've kept 4 clean sheets in our last 6 games, which is really impressive. And we just need to do the same today at home against Chippenham. Not a lot happening, lots of possession for us in the first 20 minutes, 1 shot for Chippenham, but here's a chance. Sterling forward to Wall, back to Sterling again. It does help we've got an incredible defence, and Poke has been playing above his level so far in the games we've managed. Clark onto Minshall. Now Carey. Tries to switch the play and found Green there, who's tackled by Clark in the box and then clears it away, but only to Barnes. He plays it over to Essam. Now Parkinson. Onto Knott. He tries to bring it forward, finds Wall, good turn, goes for goal, and it's saved by House. It was a decent effort. If he just got a bit more backlift there, he might have been able to lift it over the keeper's arm into the net, but not with a corner towards Carey. Now Minshall, tackled. Green following up, tackled as well, and we're exposed at the back here. Price on the attack. We need to get the ball across. There's Parkinson with a good tackle. Still falls for Clark. He's got 1 to aim at. He's put it in, and Poke with a comfortable save, although you never know if those might go in when you're managing in non-league. But it is 0-0 at the moment. Not an awful lot happening in this game. Another highlight here is Parcelle brings it out from the back for Chippenham. Eventually just punts it clear to Barnes, gives us possession. We then give it away. It's Compton over the top. Jarvis might actually get in behind. One of our defenders switched off and Jarvis is in, and that is a clinical finish, as clinical as I've seen, to make it 1-0 to Chippenham. And we are in a little bit of trouble here. It was a centre-back just switching off here. He turned around and then just decided not to have run at all, as Jarvis was allowed in behind, and a brilliant finish past Poke for 1-0. His 5th of the season for Chippenham. And we've just not been creating chances in this game. It does tend to be the way that when I'm going to go on a good run of form and decide to record an episode, we start to lose. And that could be happening again right now as we head into half-time. It will be the first chance I've had in a little while to actually have a go at team. I'm going to ask them where their passion is. Not that much of a reaction though, which is disappointing. Now I have tried to do a coaching course. It'd be nice to get the national licence C, but the board said we don't have the cash for it. I'm hoping if we can go on a good cup run in the FA Trophy, we might get a bit of cash. We get about 5-6 grand each round we go through at the moment. That will increase the further we go if we can do quite well. Here's Minshall to Knott. Out to Green. We're playing another Vanarama National League South team in the next round of the FA Trophy when that comes. And we are in quite a bit of debt relative to our income, so we need to go on a good cup run. Here's Carey, back to Minshall. Plays it out wide to Green. Wall with the shot, and he's just put it wide. The keeper, I think, did have that one covered. I'm going to tell the team, just encourage them a bit, because there's a couple of nervous people there. Although Wall has been frustrated by the feedback. Not with a corner, though. Clark with the header, cleared away, and nothing comes of it. Or is a Green is pushed by Parcell. We've got a penalty. Where did that come from? Here's a chance. Now Wall with the penalty. I was about to take him off, and he's gone in, but House nearly stopped that. I'm still going to take some players off here. I might take Essam off for Molyneux. I'm also going to bring Danny Green off for Awatwi, who's done quite well for us when we have brought him on in the past. He's had a couple of assists when he's come on before. Now here's Smile. coming forward. 15 minutes to go. We're back on terms. Can we get a winner? Both players now on the pitch. Bit of fresh legs. Here's Clark to Klukowski. Clark again. Pushes it over to Smile. He's giving it away. Now not to Wall. Plays the reverse ball. A Whatwe. Can he get another assist here? He puts it to the back stick. It's missed by the keeper. Not with the header. And we are 2-1 up with 10 minutes to go. A brilliant turnaround yet again from the team, showing what they're made of here as we take the lead over Chippenham. This could be a crucial win if we get the 3 points here, because we're already 3 points clear of the relegation zone. This will pull us further out. House just missed the ball and didn't even blink, getting that ball into the empty net for 2-1. 10 minutes to go. Can we make it? Going to just run down the clock a little bit here by bringing on Jack Midson up top. The assistant manager has been sent on. Can he rally the troops for these last 2 minutes? It looks like we're going to do it. Throw in here for Chippenham. Put in, but there's a full-time whistle. A brilliant turnaround. 7 games unbeaten now. Fantastic stuff. Brilliant comeback from the team. And now we can look forward to this East Thurrock United game with us sitting 15th in the table. We were brought in to avoid relegation. We're now 5 points clear. Chippenham are now 9 points behind us. Had they won that game, they would be only 3 points behind us. So that really was a crucial win to get. But you can see we're on a 3-game winning streak now as we head away to East Thurrock in a big match. But I'd be surprised if I don't get manager of the month here, because this has been fantastic. One of those draws was in the FA Trophy, but that's 2 wins and a draw now in the league. If we can beat East Thurrock away and then maybe do well against Welling, who are 4th, could well be named manager of the month. But you can see our financial situation is getting worse. I have put a couple of waged players up on the transfer list in the hope that somebody comes in to try and take them off me. But once you've got a waged player on your books in non-league, it can make it really difficult to get rid of them until their contract expires. So I'm just going to hope that eventually somebody comes in. I mean, it doesn't make too much difference because a lot of your wages go out through appearance fees, goal fees, all the rest of it. The only real solution is if somebody comes in with a big transfer fee, or if you get a really good cup run, or if you get your promotion. That's the other key thing that can happen. But we're just a couple of days away from East Thurrock United now, nearly at this big game. We actually play them at home 2 games afterwards, which is quite interesting. If we can beat them at home, it'll be a good sign that we can... if we can beat them away, it'll be a good sign that we can beat them at home. I'm not going to worry too much about the scouting at the moment. We'll just get through this game, although we've got a few players here that have been scouted. Not too worried about a lot of those players. They didn't look that brilliant. I don't bother with the pre-match briefings. I rather let the tactic do the job, especially at this point where it's non-league. You can see we don't have any training most of the time because a number of matches we're playing, so it's really not worth it worrying too much about that kind of stuff. You just have to hope your tactic is better than whatever they've got. I find, but they're in excellent form as well, East Thurrock. They are just below us in the league. A win today, and in theory we could jump into the top half of the table, so that would be pretty nice indeed. I think the team's reasonably fresh. Even the assistant manager doesn't want to turn this around. I'm very happy with the 11 I have on the pitch at the moment. Well, you can see the East Thurrock team here. Jones, their key player, Higgins up top for them, but we're looking pretty strong at the moment. I'm quite expectant, really. I'm going to tell the team, actually the recent form might be a good bit of motivation. It doesn't kick anybody off, but we do get the game started here, trying to get a more comfortable win than we had last time. We don't want to have to come from behind and get another win, although it does show good mental strength from this team when we do go behind, that we have managed to come back and get the wins. But here's Wells over the top. We're probably due a defeat, so I'm not going to be too upset if we do have one today. Barnes playing it back to Poke. He puts it forward to Clark. Now Not trying to find some options out wide. He's got Carey. Might have a little bit of a run. Instead he pulls back inside to Not. Parkinson can maybe put this one forward. Instead he goes back to Clark again. We're being forced back here and closed in a bit, but Sterling over the top and Wall has brought it down. He's in on goal and it's saved. It was very nearly another very early goal for our team. We've scored a lot of them. We're very quick out the blocks, but Wall just not able to turn that chance into a goal. 20 minutes gone, it's pretty even. We do have the possession though. We've had the shot on target as well. And Thurrock not posing a lot of problems. One shot which was off target in half an hour. If we can keep that up, we'll get the clean sheet, and then it's just about whether we can create one more really good chance. For probably Carey is our most likely route to a goal, although he's just picked up a yellow card. A yellow card for Akinola on their team as well. But we're going to go in at a board draw, and Thurrock have been increasing their shot count in the last 15 minutes, which is something that we need to keep an eye on. I'm going to tell the team we've been the better team, we just need to keep going. In the last 15 minutes, that's not necessarily true, as Minshaw plays it out wide, Green loses possession. Now Wells to Burns. Might think about some early substitutions in this game, because I've not been too impressed by what's happening. While we have been playing well, we've just not created any real clear-cut chances since that Wall one in about the 4th minute. And now they're in behind. Good header there by Sterling. Parkinson can bring it forward to Carey. There's still a highlight here, I think. Wall goes to Knott. Carey can find Wall again, potentially. Comes inside, finds Knott. Now Minchell. Good attacking play. Picks out Green, and there's the goal. Green with the finish, ruling out any need for me to make an early change in this second half. But a fantastic finish from Danny Green there on the right flank. It was nice link-up play by the central midfielders. Minchell had the ball and then he played it behind the left back, and Green with a first time finish at the goalkeeper nearly, but Stevens unable to save it, and we do have our lead, and that is crucial. Again, East Thurrock, one of those teams that were down in the relegation places about a week ago. They've been on good form recently, and if we can beat them, we will move up towards the top half of the table, which will be absolutely surpassing expectations. Now we've got an injury to Wall here, so it'll have to be Midson to come on. I might bring Awatoji on for Luke Carey as well. I'm getting pretty used to our sort of first 11 and substitutes now. A couple of other rotation players who can come into the team. But here's Sterling to Parkinson. 10 minutes left to go. It's Sterling. I'm going to go to defensive, especially if we score here. Midson into Knott. Goes for goal, and he's found the bottom corner just past Stevens, who should have saved both of the chances we've had. But Billy Knott gets our second, and this will be 3 more points here away from home as well. We are on just sensational form at the moment. It's all going to be about how do we react when we go down to a defeat at some point in the future. That could come in our next match against Welling, who are a very good team. Wells with a free kick. Good save by Poke there. We nearly let that one in. Here's O'Neill, cleared away. Now Burns gets tackled. It's another free kick. They're in a dangerous position. If they score here, it's going to be a nervy last 10 minutes. It's Wells with a free kick. Big space to the keeper's right, but he's put it wide, and the chance is gone. Pope made a really good save on that first free kick, and you can see East Thurrock very much been in this game despite our possession. But it does look like we're going to get through potentially with a clean sheet. No, Poke unable to keep that free kick out. Why we gave away so many free kicks in the same position in the last 10 minutes. 4 minutes of added time, 1 minute of it been used up. Poke there did get his hand to it, but not a strong enough one, and the clean sheet is gone. We just need to survive this last minute as the ball cleared away. Parkinson, Sterling just hoofs it, and Midson's going to get onto that as well. He's in on goal. He hasn't scored for me yet, Midson, but he does there. He makes it 3-1 against East Thurrock with a late goal in the 94th minute. Jack Midson, my assistant manager, wraps up 3 very important points, and it was just an absolute hoof away from Sterling. Midson in behind, his age not catching up with him there, and neither were the defenders. 3-1 victory, a very good performance away from home. That free kick, their only real excellent chance, their free kicks rather. But another good win from the team. Keeps the unbeaten run going, keeps the winning run going as well. But Welling United are going to be a really tough team next. You can see we're in 14th place now. We're not quite in the top half. We need to be 11th and above for that. But we're only 2 points off Hemel Hempstead and Gloucester there, who are in 10th. 37 points, 10 points then off the playoff positions as well. I mean, if we could make a push towards the playoffs, that would be a sensational turnaround, bearing in mind where we were when I came in. But at the moment, we're 7 points clear of relegation. The board have pretty good confidence after that, 65% confidence in the team. And I am very, very happy with how the side have done. So next few games we've got coming up, we do have Welling United away from home. They're third in the league at the moment. East Thurrock at home, Hungerford away, and then Wealdstone at home as well. I might take us up to possibly Billericay or maybe Wealdstone, and then potentially include the Western Supermare game as well. The sequels there on their badge. And then we can just sort of carry on through the league. I'd like to crack these games out quite quickly because I'm not sure we're going to get promotion in this first season. It'd be spectacular if we did. But this is probably just a season to bed in, get some good results, get up the league table, maybe sort out our finances if we can, which are only getting worse. The projection not looking good. We're heading towards £1 million of debt in the near future, so we do need to improve that. The profit loss will improve over time, but not in any great way. Only dropping by about 30k there over 4 or 5 years. So we do need to get our wage costs down. They are a bit too high. We're looking at $500,000 in wage costs, which is 200k above our turnover. I mean, that's really concerning. But that's a problem for the future. Hopefully we can get promoted, get some good cup runs. But that is going to be it for today's episode. Do drop a like on the video if you're enjoying seeing a series back on this channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. But until next time, see ya.